Hey everybody, it's Ziz here, and this week on ESO Insider we're going to be talking about people getting to level 50 in the first day of Head Start launch. That's right. Within the first 24 hours, people already level 50 at the 5-day early access. Now, people keep asking me in my stream, hey Ziz, what do you think about this? Is that a problem? All this sort of stuff. And pretty simply, I mean, my answer is I don't have a problem with it. I mean, as long as they didn't use some sort of blatant exploit, right? Like where they're killing one mob and getting 1,000,000 XP and it's blatant, you know, it's obviously a problem. As long as they're not doing that, I don't really care. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't do anything. If they're having fun, if that's the way they like to play and they want to do it, that's up to them. Now, the way people have been doing this so quickly is they would get a small group together, 2 or 3 people. They would use the Rings of Mara, which gives you extra XP, and they were grinding open world mobs because those give the most XP per kill. If you go to like a dungeon or things like that, those mobs don't give as much experience. But open world, there's different areas you can go where there's a high density, a lot of mobs packed together, and they were just grinding those over and over and over and over and over, and they would jump out ahead of the pack, and so those areas were completely empty and they were able to do it really, really quickly. Now, after the first few days, a patch came out, and from people I know, they experienced a pretty big decrease in XP by doing that. I know someone that had to re-roll, and they were getting, you know, let's say 50,000 XP an hour doing it previously, and then after this patch, it was down to like 35,000. And now the patch notes didn't say anything about it, but it lowered that, so maybe they kind of ninja nerfed it a little bit. But again, it doesn't matter to me. If that's the way they like to do it, if they're having fun, who cares? As long as they're not exploiting, you know, let them do it, and it doesn't hurt anyone. Now, the only problem I really have with it, again, is if they were exploiting, right? That's kind of cheating. But the only other thing that really comes out of this is a lot of times those players will get to the rush to end game, and then there'll be nothing to do. And then you'll hear them complain. Now, I haven't seen anyone complaining yet about there being nothing to do and the game sucks and all this stuff like Star Wars and blah, 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 blah. I haven't seen that yet. But in the next few days, in the next week, if people start complaining that there's nothing to do, I think that is stupid. That's the most ridiculous thing in the world. It's exactly the same as someone going to the baker, buying a dozen donuts, eating all the donuts in 20 minutes, and then they start complaining. They're like, the baker's stupid. They only gave me a dozen donuts. These donuts, there's not enough donuts. I'm so mad. That's exactly the same thing. If someone rushes to endgame super, super, super fast, and then they complain because they have nothing to do, that's their choice, right? So I haven't seen that yet. If that pops up, then I think it's completely stupid. I'll call them out on it. It's your fault. You skipped ahead. You didn't do any of this crafting. You didn't explore. You didn't get whatever it is. You skipped all this stuff. That's your fault. Now remember, even after level 50, there's veteran ranks from 1 to 10, which take a long time. And even after that, there's also going to be adventure zones, which continue veteran ranks above veteran rank 10 as well. So there's still more to do. But my general idea, again, I don't really care. Just don't complain about it. So that's what you have this week on ESO Insider. Share your comments. What do you guys think? Post it below, and I'll see you next week.